Got it.
Welcome, Lord Sugar, to the show. How are you, mate?
Yeah, I'm fine. Thank you very much.
So look, what I'm going to do, I'm going to go all the way to the past to start. So look, in 1968, age 21, you founded the consumer electronics company Amstrad. And
That's right.
amazing achievement for a 21-year-old. And obviously now, when you look back, a lot of people still look at that and say that was a milestone that a lot of people at that point had never ever done. What inspired you to get into business in 1968? Because the landscape for entrepreneurs at that time was completely different to what it is today with the internet and everything else that it is today. What inspired you to get into business at age 21 in 1968?
Well, self-sufficiency, really. That was the most important point, and to control my own destiny and not have to report to anybody or work for anybody. So that was it. And I also had a experience and understanding of the business that I was entering in. I just didn't think up something on a Monday morning. I was already working for other people and accumulated experience in that industry.
That's amazing. Now, look, Lord Sugar, Amstrad was far advanced. When you're looking at the Apples of today, and you see all the tech companies of today, we have to give a lot of credit, because the things you were coming up with in terms of electronics, you could see a lot of people copied it, and it inspired a lot of consumer tech companies, and you could see the DNA of a lot of things you created today. What gave you that mindset of creating? Because this is something that I wouldn't say you learned it at school to kind of create tech. So what gave you that mindset of creating tech?
Well, it's basically all consumer driven. It's whatever the consumers want. So I think I had a talent and understanding what consumers need. And that was always what drove me into the business, really, making things that the consumers need.
Amazing. Now, football, from 1991 to 2001, you became chairman and part owner of Tottenham Hotspur. Now, obviously, a lot of entrepreneurs have invested in sports, whether it's basketball or whether it's football. Would you say it's a profitable business to invest in, or would you say it's something that at least you've got to do once in a lifetime? When you look back at that investment, does it give you excitement, or does it give you sleepless nights?
No, I mean, that was my club, my family's club, one I always supported. They were in financial difficulty, so I stepped in to save the club, which I did. I had it for 10 years. It was a bit of a thankless task, because the fans, were always constantly pressurizing us to do better. And I was in an unusual situation for me, is where I couldn't control the performance of the football club, because I actually wasn't playing. Yeah, it's a difficult business. Today, it's very, very lucrative business. Some football clubs are being sold for billions of pounds. I sold that club for 50 million after owning it for 10 years. And to be fair, made a bit of money. I made quite a bit of money. If I would have held on to it, I don't know whether, I would have still been there, but it's worth, they say it's worth a lot more money now, 50 billion or 5 billion or something like that. So yes, it is a lucrative business, but it's not the old fashioned business run by English people. They tend to get a lot of foreign investors that have kind of invested a lot of money in the teams. So it has changed a lot.
It's changed. No, it's definitely changed. Now, 2005, Apprentice came calling. Now, for someone who's a seasoned entrepreneur,
God
All right,
knows.
mate. So 2005, you got the call for The Apprentice. This is leading up to the television side of things. How was that call for you? I mean, was that something that you were excited to do? Was that something that you had a little bit of doubt? How was that call for you?
No, it's very good because I'd learned that The Apprentice was a tremendously successful program in America, hosted by Donald Trump then. And when I got the call, would I be interested in doing it in the UK? I said, absolutely, yes, definitely.
Amazing. Now, look, while you're here, you were the first judge to win the first National Reality Television Award. And
And quite
Apprentice
rightly, and
won,
quite rightly so, and quite rightly so,
of
I would
course,
say.
of course, of course, of course. That's 12 years ago at the O2. And the awards now is celebrating its 12th anniversary. And you're also nominated this year. The Apprentice is up for loads of categories. 12 years later, how important is National Reality Television Awards for you, and obviously for people who are voting for you each year and voting for the show The Apprentice each year? How important is that?
Well, the National Television Awards are an important thing to bring reality TV to the forefront to the consumers. And of course, the producers of all of the programs for it see it as a kind of reward of recognition for their work. And I know, for example, the producers of The Apprentice work bloody hard. I mean, really great people. So I think they look forward to these awards in order to see if not only win it, but to be nominated is a kind of like an honor, really.
So, Lord Sugar, I'm not going to keep you on because you're taking a break, and we just want to say congratulations again. And what advice would you give to all the entrepreneurs out there who are looking at you as an inspiration and the journey you've taken? What advice would you give to them?
Well, focus, be focused. Don't go into any business that you don't understand. Only go into a business that you have some experience in. And stop looking at the other man's grass. Just do something that you understand yourself, right? Rather than just pluck an idea from midair and say, I fancy doing this. If you do fancy doing this, you need to go off and go and get a job somewhere to learn about it and then start your own business.
Amazing. Lord Sugar, look, it's been amazing having you on the show. And congratulations again for your nomination again for this year's 12th Annual National Reality Television Awards.
Thank you very much. Nice to speak to you.
And you too, mate. Take care. Take care. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye-bye.